primary goal of the Platforms Workstream is to define and implement architecture and design principles that maximize service continuity and eliminate unplanned downtime. This includes aligning infrastructure components such as compute, storage, and networking with robust failover capabilities and performance baselines. We are not just aiming for good uptime, we are designing platforms that can withstand hardware failures, software bugs, and even human errors without disrupting business-critical operations. For example, this includes defining reference architectures that use load-balanced clusters, geographically distributed data centers, and real-time health monitoring. The result is a resilient system that's capable of maintaining operations under adverse conditions. At the core of a good strategy is making a choice. Boundaries are essential because they help teams clearly define what is included in Zero Outage strategy and what falls out of it. Think of it like setting a control perimeter. Without clearly defined boundaries, responsibilities become blurred, which leads to inconsistent implementation, reduced accountability, and gaps in monitoring and maintenance. For example, if you are managing a multi-vendor environment, knowing whether a particular component, say a third-party API, is part of your Zero Outage ecosystem determines whether it's subjected to the same monitoring, compliance, checks, and availability SLAs. It's about ownership, traceability, and control. Duplication and redundancy is the backbone of high availability. In a Zero Outage design, every single point of failure must be eliminated or protected with an immediate fallback. Redundant paths and links ensure that if a primary network connection fails due to hardware failure, link congestion, or configuration issue, the data traffic is instantly routed through a backup path, without users experiencing any downtime. In practice, this means dual network interface cards on servers, multi-home connections to different ISPs, and redundant switches and routers. Modern architectures also employ software-defined networks (SDNs) to dynamically reconfigure paths in real time. Redundancy doesn't just protect against failure, it creates network agility. Responsibility is about focus. The local area network LAN is not considered a central focus on Zero Outage implementations. While LANs are critical in smaller localized contexts, Zero Outage is aimed at enterprise-grade, highly available, and often global IT environments such as data centers, hybrid clouds, and inter-site architectures. This is because Zero Outage focuses on platforms that support mission-critical workloads and large-scale service delivery. LANs, while important, do not typically represent the kind of complex fault domains or cross-domain interdependencies that Zero Outage addresses. Well, that would be security incidents. They can compromise infrastructure at every level, from firmware and operation system to applications and user credentials. No matter how robust your architecture is, if a system is compromised by a vulnerability or social engineering attack, uptime is at risk. For instance, a ransomware attack can encrypt system files and disrupt operations across an entire data center. That's why Zero Outage recommends layered defense, including patch management, network segmentation, identity management, and COC integration.